before my friend, but I don't know if you know who I am. Well, I was there and I saw what you did. I saw it with my own two eyes. So you can wipe off that grin. I know where you've been. It's all been a pack of lies. I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Oh Lord. And I've been waiting for this moment for all my life. Oh Lord. Oh no. Well, I remember, don't worry. How could I ever forget? It's the first time, the last time we ever met. You told me you were drowning. I would not lend a hand. I've seen your face before, my friend, but I don't know if you know who I am. Well, I was there and I saw what you did. I saw it with my own two eyes. So you can wipe off that grin. I know where you've been. It's all been a pack of lies. I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Oh Lord. my friend, but I don't know if you know who I am. When I was there and I saw what you did, I saw it with my own two eyes. So you can wipe off that grin. I know where you've been. It's all been a pack of lies. I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Oh Lord. And I've been waiting for this moment for all my life. Oh Lord. Oh no. Well, I remember, don't worry. How could I ever forget? It's the first time, the last time we ever met. And I've been waiting for this moment for all my life. Oh Lord, oh Lord. When you told me you were drowning, I would not lend a hand. I've seen your face before, my friend, but I don't know if you know who I am. When I was there and I saw what you did, I saw it with my own two eyes. So you can wipe off that grin. I know where you've been. It's all been a pack of lies. I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Oh Lord. And I've been waiting for this moment for all my life. Oh Lord. Oh no. Well, I remember, don't worry. face before my friend, but I don't know if you know who I am. When I was there and I saw what you did, I saw it with my own two eyes. So you can wipe off that grin. I know where you've been. It's all been a pack of lies. I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Oh Lord, and I've been waiting for this moment for all my life. Oh Lord, oh no. Well, I remember, don't worry. How could I ever forget? It's the first time, the last time we ever met. You told me you were drowning. I would not lend a hand. I've seen your face before, my friend, but I don't know if you know who I am. When I was there and I saw what you did, I saw it with my own two eyes. So you can wipe off that grin. I know where you've been. It's all been a pack of lies. I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Oh Lord, and I've been waiting for this moment for all my life. Oh Lord, oh no. Well, I remember, don't worry. How could I ever forget? It's the first time, the last time we ever met.
Welcome to tonight's matchup of your Eagleton Royals versus Cumberland Gap. Here in just a few minutes, we're going to have a special pregame show where our seniors are going to be presented out with their families. So it is senior night here at Eagleton. Appreciate you joining us on this beautiful Halloween. Get started here in just a few. If you're just joining us, welcome. Tonight's matchup of Eagleton Royals versus Cumberland Gap. Tonight is senior night, so we're going to start off our festivities with a honoring of our seniors. As they're going through, I will make sure that we are going through and listening them out. But for those of you who are new to Eagleton, this is our first year having seniors. We are first year having a graduating class, so we're really proud of these students. Graduating class of 104. And it looks like in tonight's senior lineup, we've got our cheerleaders, our color guard, our marching band, and football team members all out there with their parents, which is really cool to see.
Good evening and welcome to Robert M. Maxey Field, home of the Royals. Welcome to our senior night. Tonight we gathered to celebrate our outstanding senior class and their incredible contributions to our teams and school community. This is a special evening for our seniors, their families, and all of us who have cheered them on throughout the years. Before we begin, let's take a moment to appreciate our parents, coaches, and everyone who has supported our seniors along this incredible journey. Thank you for your support and being here tonight. First, let's meet our senior cheerleaders.
We're going to start off with our senior cheerleaders.
Athletic programs is incredible.
On the far left.
Thank you for the countless hours practicing and supporting our Royals. Danielle Bingham.
First, Danielle Bingham.
Danielle is accompanied by her parents, Jeff and Michelle Bingham. This is Danielle's
Accompanied by her parents, Jeff and Michelle. It's her first year cheerleading for Eagleton. Been a student, long-time student here. Absolutely fantastic.
In high school. She will be attending college to become a second grade teacher. Thank you, Danielle. Lizette Ramos. Lizette is accompanied by Marvin and Aracelis Ramos.
Next up, we have Lizette Ramos.
Lizette's third year cheerleading for high school.
Lizette has been a fantastic part of our cheerleading team. She is one of our cheer captains. She has also been on our FBLA, Future Business Leaders of America team. She is looking at becoming a teacher someday. So been a long-time student of mine, and I'm so proud to see some of these. Next up, we have Jazzy Tam. Jazzy has been a longtime cheerleader as well. Also cheers in a traveling cheer team competitively. She is All-American, which is also fantastic.
9 with Diamond All-Stars and currently on Black, which is a limited small level 6 co-ed world team. She is a 4-time cheer sport national champion and a 2-time league champion winner and 2-time summit champion.
And they're listing all of Jazzy's accomplishments. There are too many to count here, so.
Thank you, Jazzy. Now let us meet the senior band members. This group is
Next up, a member of our band who became a member of our color guard, Dawn Kincaid. Poor Dawn has had to put up with me since 8th grade, teaching her both math and business. Another fantastic student. You know, out of our 104 students here, could not be more proud. Cannot wait to be out here. And, I guess it's about 6 months now that we will be out here for graduation on this exact same field. Next up, Lillian Loriano. Lily is also part of our color guard. She is a member of HOSA, FFA, and she is the coach for our robotics team, our middle school robotics team. So Lily has been a fantastic member of this senior class, and could not be more proud of her leading some of our middle schoolers. Moving on to football.
This group has earned back-to-back playoff berths and has put Eagleton on the map as an athletic program to be reckoned with now and in the future. Nathan Clemmer.
First up, our starting quarterback, Nathan Clemmer.
Nathan is a 3-sport athlete at Eagleton and was was honored as
Nathan playing 3 different sports here. He goes straight from football season into basketball season. Member of SESI, who is our partner organization that we've got a few different members here of.
Scotty Ellison.
Next up, Scotty Ellison. Scotty has been a 2-sport athlete. He's been a long-time fixture along our offensive line in football. Scotty is just one of the best guys you'll meet. Very, very happy to see what he's going to do. He's been helping to lead our new HVAC program, and looks like he's going to be moving on that direction. Next up, Alan Faree. Alan Faree looking becoming an engineer. Another longtime member of our football team here. And yet another student who's had to put up with me for multiple years. Next up, Jeremiah Fitzgerald.
Jeremiah is a 4-year member of the Royal Football Program.
Jeremiah has been the football program all 4 years here in high school.
Thank you, Jeremiah.
Also been a member of our basketball team throughout his high school career. Next up, Gio Hippolyjean. Gio is another multi-sport athlete. He'll be moving up to basketball here in a few short weeks. Another member of SESI, that is Samuel Everett School of Innovation, that's come and joined us here at Eagleton.
He is accompanied by Jeannie and Joe Hippolyjean and his brother. Thank you, Gio. Charlie Johnson.
Next up, Charlie Johnson.
Charlie is a 2-sport athlete at Eagleton and plans
Charlie,
to Mississippi State
both
football
a
play.
baseball and football player.
Charlie is accompanied by his parents, Allison and Jason Johnson. Thank you, Charlie.
Another fantastic young man, moving on to college. I'm sure going to do wonderful things. Next up, we have Willard King. Willard has been a student both Eagleton and SESI. He's another one of our multi-sport athletes. He's played basketball, played football, does a little bit of all of it.
Navarre McDonald Reisner.
Next up,
Navarre is a 2-sport
Navarre McDonald Reisner.
He plans to attend college and continue his playing career.
He is hoping to continue playing football in his high school career. Another one of our SESI students.
Jackson Rayburn.
Next up, fan favorite Jackson Rayburn. He is the voice of our Eagleton basketball team. He is
Jackson is accompanied by
definitely somebody who does a ton around here at Eagleton. He's helped start our broadcast program, and just fantastic overall young man. Next up, Diego Rojo. Diego, another one that's unfortunately had to put up with me for 5 years now. Diego has been helping out with our new HVAC program, getting it started. Another multi-year starter here for our football team.
Gabe Steinbach.
Next up, Gabe Steinbach.
The 2-year starter for the Royals.
Gabe has been with us for 2 years now. Another member of our SESI partner organization.
Thank you, Gabe.
He is definitely brings some electricity to the field when he's on there. Next up, Nathan Tippett. Nathan,
Nathan plans on attending college after
multi-sport athlete. He's played for a few of our different teams here. Nathan has been a multi-year
brother Veronica Tippett.
member of the football team.
Thank you, Nathan. Branson Vineyard.
Next up, another member of our SESI team, Branson Vineyard. Branson planning on moving to college. He has, I believe, just set the record for most tackles in a game just recently for Eagleton.
Alex Walker.
And last but not least, Alex Walker, member of our basketball and football team. A little bit newer to the football team, but has been doing a fantastic job out there.
Thank you, Alex. Would everyone please join me in celebrating and giving this outstanding senior class
And
a
for
round of
every
applause?
single senior student out there, congratulations. You all are fantastic.
Thank you, class
Could
of
not
2025.
do it without the parents, without the support staff. We just have a great group of young men and women here at Eagleton, and I, as a teacher, could not be more proud of the young men and women that are being raised here at Eagleton. Speaking of young men and women, we have another senior that is actually behind the camera tonight. Landon McClurg of our very own AV team. He is the one that you see doing this wonderful camera work. He has worked every home game, works some of our basketball games. He's been doing it for multiple years. Planning on going to college, potentially for an anthropology degree. And while he doesn't get the credit out on the field because he's got to be behind the camera, we absolutely love him up here in the booth. And with that, we are going to take a short break. We will be right back in just a few minutes for our singing of our national anthem. All right, we're going to move over to an on-field interview here in just a few short moments with our very own Coach West, and it looks like both the Childs. Oh boy. All right, we've got Coach Childs the elder interviewing Coach Childs the younger here, and it looks like we have 3 generations. We are ready for you, Coach, anytime.
Welcome here at Eagleton, here at the final game of the season, and I'm going to ask Coach Childs here a few questions. Coach,
Dad?
at the end of the second year, what do you think? You're at the last game of the second year of your initial 2 seasons.
I gotta have the mic there, buddy. I think the progress has been fun to see. You know, senior night. These seniors have been through a lot, man. Yeah, we're blessed with these facilities, but for 2 years we didn't have any of it. First year, earning your way into the playoffs, getting a 4 seed with a 4-6 record. Some of those were blowouts, and this year we've been in every game we've played. So I think progress has been cool to see. It's been cool to be a part of. It's been cool to build. Hey, buddy. So yeah.
Well, into this season, you have been in every game, and I think you could have won every game you played if things would have went your way. So if you finish up tonight, you finish 3rd in the region. What do you think of going into the playoffs?
I mean, we've tried to focus on tonight, focus on these seniors. But if we do what we've talked about, what we've preached about, all 11 do your job. Let's come out. Let's carry with a monumental win last week up at East Tennessee State. Let's carry that over tonight and let's have a good night, man. Go play in front of this fun crowd for these seniors, and then we can. Oh gosh, we can. Round 1 is a unique matchup. Finishing 3rd means we would match up with the winner of Telco Plains and South Green. yeah, we've looked at that. Obviously, it starts with tonight. Let's worry about tonight. Let's go win tonight. But looking into the future, man, we can do something special. We know that we've been in our 4 losses or 1 possession games in 3 of those, and then a 13-point game in the other. So I don't know if I really answer your question, but that's been kind of the philosophy or the thought going into this week.
Well, I think always the most important game of the year is the game you're playing.
Absolutely.
And you can't do anything for the last 9 weeks. It just happened. So all you got to do is look into the future. I hope the team hopefully come out tonight and play well and get started out strong. Hey, good luck. I love you, man. You take care.
And that is awesome to see. Multiple generations.
All right, John, we can stay here for a second. As Champ and I will be on the call here in a moment. We just finished it up. Beautiful night for football, senior night, celebrating 14 seniors on football, 3 band members and 3 cheerleaders, 2 band members. So great night here at Eagleton. We'll be up there for a minute. Now it's all on you, John Covey.
We are ready. We're going to go ahead and switch over to
I'll have the national anthem audio down here.
National anthem.
At this time, we would like to provide the opportunity for you to join us in a moment of silence. Thank you. Please remain standing as this evening we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. Performing our national anthem this evening is the ECCA Marching Band under the direction of Assistant Brittany Mackey.
As always, a wonderful rendition by ECCA's marching band led by the Mr. John Gallagher. As we get started here, just a reminder that we won last week a special game over at ETSU. Sorry that we weren't able to stream that. Our very own Coach West is, got himself hurt a little bit, so he is a champ. He's out there tonight, and we are back in action, so glad to have it. Really hoping that if we can solve this game tonight, figure this one out, that we will be able to move on to playoffs next week, and we will fully intend to go on the road wherever that might be. All right, as we're getting started here, go ahead and take a look at some of our stats going into tonight. So first of all, our stat rushing leaders. We are currently, we've got Jeremiah Fitzgerald with 1 rushing touchdown. Nate Clemmer with 4, and Relation now with 2. A couple of records recently set. We've got the longest kickoff return, Wyatt Matoshian, for 87 yards versus our previous. We also recently have had Tyson Click score his first touchdown. Gio Hippolyjean with his first 2-point conversion, and we've also had Gio Hippolyjean trying some kickoff duties. We're going to go ahead and switch over to our official broadcast crew for the night, the one, the only, the injured, Scott West, as well as the senior, Mr. Childs.
Thanks, John. As I am completely out of breath as we get up here. Champ, welcome to the booth.
Thank you, man.
What do you think about this?
That's pretty awesome now. It's the best place I've done this at.
This is nice, as we've got the screen here in case you have a hard time seeing right there in front of you.
Oh, yeah.
But beautiful night for football. As I'm sounding like Randall Davis right now as I'm breathing heavily. But that'll all surpass here in a moment as we celebrated the class of 2025 and a lot of accomplishments coming out of that class with the players, the cheerleaders, the band. And I pointed out and do it often, and I know John agrees with me on this, our band from year one to now is – and you've been around a lot of small schools.
Yes.
Sometimes a band, it sounds like Barney playing the harmonica, but our band doesn't sound like that at all.
No, it does not. I've seen that. They have. The guys they've done a really excellent job, and they've gotten better and better.
Yeah. So 14 seniors on the football side. Captains are out there along with the other seniors lining up. And a rule that, now you as a longtime coach, they said they can't come past the numbers.
Yes.
Is that right?
That's been around for a while. You're not supposed to.
Okay.
It's just, I don't know. It's the same way with timeouts. If the side judge enforces it, you should not be past the numbers.
Okay.
Everybody should be inside the numbers.
Well, part of me was there, and I was questioning that. I never knew that. So now I've learned something. Talking to Don Talbot, the white hat, he said he was talking, Champ, to the Cumberland Gap coach, and he said he normally pregame wants to talk to the quarterback. And the Cumberland Gap coach said he hasn't figured out who that's going to be yet.
That's a tough position to be in for kickoff.
So if you're 25, 30 minutes before kickoff and you don't know who's taking your snaps, that might make for a tough night for the Cumberland Gap Panthers.
Yeah, no question.
Our Eagleton Royals offensively have started to come along over the last few weeks, putting 36 up at ETSU Friday night against Hampton Bulldogs, albeit a Hampton Bulldog team that's went through a lot in the last month. Maybe some attrition, losing players, as well as just trying to figure out where they're going to sleep and if they have water. And so our thoughts and prayers still go out to the Carter County community and everybody up there that's went through things that we probably hopefully will never experience in our lifetime. And here come our Royals as we come out with the Eagleton flag led by Willard King and Jackson Rayburn flying the stars and stripes. I was a little concerned if Jackson Rayburn was to come out with the flag, he'd trip and fall and take out half the football team.
Yeah, well, you never know when you come through there like that.
I've seen it happen.
Yes.
Some of the biggest collisions I've ever seen at Maryville High School were when the band drum major was plowed by the entire football team coming across because she didn't know to get out of the way. But now that didn't happen tonight, but we're getting ready for some football in what is a pivotal game for our Royals. First, it ensures them to have a winning regular season record to finish 6-4. Biggest thing is it clinches a third-place playoff position for them, keeps them away from York and the fire-breathing dragon that they had up there last year, and sends them to Bledsoe County, which the county seat. Do you know the county seat?
Pikeville, isn't it?
Pikeville, Tennessee.
I believe so.
I usually get those mixed up with Sequatchie County and a few others. So
Sequatchie's south of
that's Dunlap. Is that correct?
Yeah.
But we're happy to have you in the booth along with the longtime. It's senior night for Landon McClurg, John Covey, on football, because Landon McClurg.
So I will tell you, Coach, while he wasn't on the field, I made sure that we honored him. So
well, good, because we were not going to forget that. Landon has been with us since the inception of Eagleton Broadcasting, and I don't know what I'll do without him. Hopefully he goes to Pellissippi, and I'll bring him back and pay him.
That's what I told him. So, yeah, let's get him back. Yeah.
So, also, Miguel Reyes on the field, who has been with us all season, along with Drayson. Well, I don't know Drayson's last name. Is it Drayson Jones? Drayson, who has really blossomed as a student here at Eagleton. And Kirtland, that would be Miguel's girlfriend, who forced him into cutting his hair.
Boy,
that's tough.
That's tough.
Yeah,
I'm telling you.
That's biblical. That's like where Samson and Delilah stuff going on right there.
No question.
But I think the Royals won the toss. They deferred to the second half, and they'll be kicking off toward the, as we call it, the concession stand end zone. But we're on video, so we don't have to describe that to you. But we're happy to be here for our final home game Every
I'm glad to
intention.
see the kicker back tonight.
Yes, it is.
That's another kid that's really improved.
Yes.
And
Last week, a sophomore came in and had a big night kicking extra points.
I watched him warm up, and I was sweating, and then he went out there and went 5 for 6 or something.
Yeah,
like
he
that.
did.
He did a good job.
Now, it was barely squeaking over.
But it made it.
But
it doesn't matter.
It matters. It matters it goes through. If a three-pointer goes in, I don't care if it's pretty or not.
No.
Got some, looks like we have possibly another concession stand fire as the hamburgers are having some issues down at we're going to name that the Randall Davis concession stand.
The Randall Davis dumpster fire?
The Randall Davis dumpster fire concession stand as we have the smoke coming across.
Waiting on a chain crew. That's
yes,
what the
we don't have a chain crew, so we had to go recruit one.
Right.
We're going to name that the Randall Davis concession stand. Where is that coming across? The Randall Davis dumpster fire concession stand. How long to be in?
No idea. You have got to be kidding me.
How long?
I have no idea what just happened. It just came.
I have no idea.
Well, you went up to the Randall Davis Memorial Fire Department. Oh my goodness, I am so sorry. I didn't hit any buttons.
Oh, I have no idea what just happened. That was fantastic.
I think it's coming from.
Penalty start.
Hey, Wes, you may not want to get anything with touchdown at something like that.
Here's what I'm afraid. I'm afraid that it's coming across the wireless up here on our new wireless system.
No, because the wireless isn't hooked up.
We might want to turn that off.
It's off.
Well, there's no way that I could be on.
We're going to have 0 hamburgers.
Can you guys hear me now out there?
I didn't hear you that time.
Because we're coming across the broadcast, so we're trying to figure out what's going on.
It'd be nice for our defense to come out here and really bow up and not let them get anything going here in the first quarter. We're
going to go ahead and go live, champ, like we are. We were broadcasting to the PA system somehow, but Cumberland Gap comes out 1st and 10. They've got it on the 35. The quarterback, as I'm trying to get some lighting in here,
that's a good stop,
is number 14, Tate Murphy. So Tate Murphy is your quarterback for the Cumberland Gap Panthers as they are lined up 2nd down and looks like 8 from the 37-yard line.
There he is, Dickinson.
We figured out, John. What was it? So that goes nowhere as he is met and dropped at the line of scrimmage. First one to get there is Tyson Click, and that's a name we're typically going to call.
Yes, he is.
So, John, can you give us some information about what happened?
Yes. So whoever's in charge of the music apparently turned on the broadcast, and your all's broadcast was going through the music. So they got Bluetoothed in to the announcements, and they had not muted the music there, Coach.
Okay, well, we are muted now, correct?
Yes.
Well, I'm sure the Cumberland Gap coach is going to like that. Now bring up 3rd down and 9. Murphy, he's looking to throw, and he is incomplete, and that falls to the ground.
Big defensive stop right there.
Good stop.
It's huge.
So
we
4th down
off the field. And all right. So here we are, 4th and 9, and Cumberland Gap back to punt.
Broadcast, whoever has the iPad, Bluetooth picked up the broadcast audio and broadcast it out, and the PA did not mute music.
A little confusion going on as they were trying to sub in another player.
That's a story we could tell later, but again, in 20 years, that has never happened.
Well, they are going to step it up. I never did see no flag on that, but obviously the delay a game issue there. So now we're going to have 4th and 14.
We'll take it. Every little bit helps.
that's funny, John Kobe.
That's not a bad punt, champ.
Oh, it's a good-looking punt.
Now we've got a hold.
Yeah.
He's got room, but that's coming back. Now that should be a flag.
It'll be 2 flag.
So that'll be offsetting, will it not?
I'm not for sure on the change of possession. It very well could be. But I don't know what the exact rule is on that. We know we got a hold back here, but possibly a block in the back. And we definitely have a horse collar there. So, ladies and gentlemen, John Kobe explained the mishap. Somehow our broadcast got Bluetoothed into the audio system here, and our first 10 to 20, 30 seconds of play-by-play was broadcast to the entire stadium as we took a shot at Randall Davis, and that was okay.
Since it was a personal foul, they might mark off both of them. I'm not for sure.
I'd be interested here to see what happens. So they are all setting.
They're going to make them punt it again.
Yeah, so they're going to kick that again. So you're right. That's kind of confusing if you're talking change of possession, what might actually happen there.
And sometimes on personal fouls, he could have called, if he's out of bounds, it could have been unsportsmanlike. So
could be.
Unsportsmanlike, it don't matter. It's not offset.
But now right there, he outkicked his coverage. He might not want to kick this to Navarre again. And he pooches it out, and it takes an Eagleton bounce, checks up. Looked like one of my 3 irons here.
Yeah, I don't know if I can hit one that far anymore.
And so that is a net gain of 8 yards on that punt. But that would have been better than what Navarre had done previously. So here come the Royals for their first offensive possession on senior night here at Robert M. Maxey Field. I'd like to say hello to everybody out there listening to the broadcast, the Clemmer family. I'm sure you're all out there listening and watching. Nathan at quarterback had a really nice game last week against the Hampton Bulldogs as he gets nothing on that little quarterback keeper.
Cumberland Gap must have been playing for that. They had 2 guys over there, and we didn't seal that left side, so that went nowhere.
Yeah. So no gain, actually maybe lost a football length, as that'll bring up 2nd down and 10. Nate looking to throw, and he's got
good shot.
Lane Cope, and Lane is going to rally up for a first down and then some inside the 25 down to the 24. And John Kobe, what is that?
That is a Mower Works first down.
Mower Works, one of our title sponsors here and been here with us a long time. This is not their senior night because they'll be back. As it's 1st and 10 for the Royals. He's looking again, just a little too high.
We got a flag on the far side there. I don't know.
Lane Cope having a great season at receiver, has made some fantastic plays.
He about pulled that one in, and
he did. It was
he went up to get it.
Lane's only about 5'8", and that one was about 6'2", and he went up and tried to get it. And just couldn't come down with it. And we're going to find out what the flag, and that's illegal motion against the Royals, and that'll back them up 5.
I thought last week watching the game, they ran a couple of really good counters that I thought, first time I seen them run that all year, that I thought, like, where's that been?
Yep.
A little bit, because they really set them up last week on a couple of those.
And offensively, champ, they went to some too tight looks, and,
yes.
I think that's really opened some things up.
And 44, I know I can't call his name, but he impressed me a couple of weeks ago with a couple of catches.
Tyson Click.
Tyson can,
athletically,
he
very athletic, and it's Coach Childs putting his best athletes on the field, and there we go is a give to Jeremiah Fitzgerald. Actually, Colton Relation, excuse me, and he gets no gain, and that'll bring up 3rd down. Cumberland Gap actually declined that motion penalty to bring up 2nd down and 10. And that kind of worked out as now we're sitting at 3rd down and 10. This is probably 2-down territory, I would say.
I would think so.
Nate looking to throw, and he has Wyatt Matosian. I see no flags, and it is number 5, Wyatt Matosian, for a Broadway Barbershop touchdown Royals. And, Jam, you've been watching this, and that kid has grown and become a player this year. He returned to kickoff last week against the Hampton Bulldogs. He's had a lot of chunk plays this season.
Yes, he has. And that play right there, when he come out, he wasn't looking for him, and that really impressed me that time because he seen at the last second, still made a really good throw. He was looking way short.
Yeah, and sometimes when you're that wide open, that's a hard pass to get up there, as that extra point is up and through and gave back, and we are now up 7-0 as we are 3 minutes into the first half. And I'd like to thank our sponsor, Broadway Barbershop, is John Kobe coming with some Halloween themes tonight there, champ.
Yeah.
As Halloween here at Eagleton College and Career Academy, we have something that is unique as we celebrate our kids and let them have some fun, which is what it's all about. And proud of our administration and everything they do to encourage things that matter.
That's a really good start to this game for
yes.
for this Eagleton team, and I'm proud of them. They come out, shut them down on defense, made a good little drive down the field.
Yeah, 3 and out, and then a nice answer. Converting on a 3rd and 10, which that's something we haven't done this year. We get behind the sticks on 3rd down, and usually early in the season that may have been in a holding penalty or something that's going to drive us back even farther. And tonight, it's a wide open Wyatt Matosian coming across, and Nathan Clemmer, finding him wide open for 6. So Steinbach to kick it off, and he's got a good one, and that will push Cumberland Gap back. And good coverage.
Good coverage, good kick.
As, let's see, who is Connor Cox down there?
Yep.
And that'll be tough field position to start for the Cumberland Gap Panthers as they will start 1st and 10 on about the 7-8 yard line.
Well, kick coverage has been weak at times too.
Yes.
And that was a really good kick, and they really covered that extremely well.
Even though our concession stand had a little smoke, the burgers are quite delectable.
Yes, they are. I've had a couple of them.
So 1st and 10 for Cumberland Gap as they will start deep in their own territory, and they're going to run it and got some space. And he's still churning out, and he gets down to the 24-yard line where he'll pick up their first down of the night.
They just blew us clean off the ball right there. That was a straight dive. No excuse for that one.
He really busted through, and what he did, he was hit about 5 yards in, but turned it into about another 7 yards after first contact. And that'll be 1st and 10 for the Cumberland Gap Panthers. As they are really crowding that line of scrimmage, champ. And that will be about a 2-yard gain. There was nobody. You had one receiver over here, man cover, and everybody else, we had 10 guys in the box.
Well, I think that's what they're going to have to do. I mean, I don't think there's much danger of this team throwing the ball very far. And we have really good corners, and I'll take our one-on-one matchup on both of the corners.
Yep. Well, that's something that Coach Childs is probably, he's clear that, just like you said, he thinks his guys are going to be better.
Yeah. I think our secondaries played extremely well. They're kids. They're going to make mistakes, and we all make mistakes every day. First one I made this morning was when I got up. So,
there you go.
I mean,
you have
overall they do well. What in
that little shift? That's got to be something.
Yeah. I think they was good till 74 got up and took off.
Yeah, and then 74 made the call, made the illegal motion call himself. So he just took it right out of the officials' hands there. They called offsides. I'm not sure what happened because they did. So offsides. So I guess maybe we did something to cause it. In that secondary, you have 2 seniors, but you also, and John, am I correct that Wyatt Matosian is a junior?
That is correct.
That's big news because Wyatt Matosian has had a heck of a year.
He jumped
and
again.
We jumped again. That was 55 Jonathan Joyle. So the Royals are doing everything they can to help the Panthers. And I know it's Halloween, but we don't need to be giving out any treats right now.
No, we don't. But I mean, that's one of the things. It's you sit here and watch this team, and talent-wise, I mean, this team's really good. they just have never been able to put it together. And those kind of, you just gave them 10 yards and a first down.
Yeah, that's something you can't do.
No.
So 1st and 10 for the Panthers at the 35, and they've ran one offensive play to get there. Give up the middle, and he is met by about 5 Royals. I can't see who the first was to make contact. He gets a yard.
I think we had 10 right there around the ball.
There was a lot. It's kind of difficult to kind of figure out who actually made that first contact. I think it was Jonathan Joyle, and then it looked like Lane Cope got in there. Lane Cope, also a junior. So there's going to be some big losses off this team.
Yes.
But there's a lot coming back with the Mitchell kid at quarterback. I know Nate's shoes are big to fill, but the skill position with Cope, Relation, and Matosian coming back, that's pretty big. And we jump again. And there's a delayed handoff, and he is met and dropped, and that is Wyatt Matosian.
Matosian, I've seen that kid make several plays like that this year. He will come up.
He's had, and what makes it even better, he's a great kid, and one you can cheer for. And I know Stevens told this story before. 2 years ago, Wyatt Matosian was at Children's Hospital and was looking scary.
I did not know that.
On what he was going through. He'd lost like 20 pounds, 25 pounds, and he came back, but he couldn't finish the season in football. He looked like John Covey. He looked like him. He was super thin.
Must look fantastic.
So 3rd down and 11 for the Panthers. Now, they jumped again, but they're not calling it. And he throws one up, and that is going to be over his head. Good coverage by Wyatt Matosian as he had nowhere to go. But that'll bring up 4th down.
Yeah, he was running right with him, man. He got he let him get a little bit behind him.
He did. But he kept him on the boundary.
Kept him on the boundary.
And made it a tough catch. So that'll be 4th down and 11 for the Panthers. And they're back to punt again. Now, last punt was a net 8. That's not going to win you a lot of games.
No, it's not.
But he's a little afraid, and that one's not much better as and it takes a little bit of a bounce for them, and they get about 17 yards out of that punt. So Cumberland Gap really doing a good job of keeping the Royals in great field position, and we'll take it. As here comes.
Well, I think, defensively, that's what our defense is capable of doing is those 2 series right there. They're capable of shutting people down.
Yeah.
And then when we do it, and then, punting at this level, it's hard to find a good punter. If you got one, it's a blessing,
And here comes Nathan Clemmer. Nate looking to throw, and he has Willard King across the middle. Willard's going to turn it up. He had one guy to beat, but ends up getting about, what's that, about 22 yards?
Yeah, every bit of it.
So 22 yards.
He's down to the 30.
And another Mower Works 1st down.
Nathan made a good play, good shot right there, too. King run a good route right in the middle, stayed in that seam.
Nate looking, and he's going to blow out a lot of air under that one, as that's for Navarre. But Nate got that one up in the air just a little too much and a little wobble on it. A lot of time for the defensive back to make a play on that ball.
Well, I think they didn't help Nate out right there. Somebody should have been coming back across the middle there. They was all 3 of them guys was deep. If that middle was open for somebody to come back through it. He didn't have a lot of choices to throw.
So that'll be 2nd down and 10. 3 receivers over here to Nate's right, and Nate's going to keep it, and he's got a little bit of space, turns it up, got one guy to beat, and gets out of bounds at the 14. Actually, they're marking him at the 16.
16-yard line.
That's a tough mark. That's a tough mark right there. Yeah. But it's still 1st down.
Nathan's sneaky fast.
He is.
He's got long legs, and when he goes, he's taking more yardage than you think. He don't look fast, but he's sneaky fast.
Sophomore year, he would run it 60% of the time. Right. He's more of a passing quarterback now. His legs are not much, and there is Colton Relation, and he'll coast into the end zone for another Mower Works, not 1st down, but a Broadway Barbershop touchdown. As one of our sponsors who's back on board, and we don't have them up here, but we'll make a mention, Quick Fitness 24/7. If you want to look like John Covey, don't go to Quick Fitness 24/7, but if you want to look like Nick Winstead, go ahead, hit Quick Fitness 24/7 and get buff.
Relation made a really good cut right there, and they got him right off the side. Extra point's good. Oh. And hey, 4:22 in the first quarter. Eagleton 14. Cumberland got nothing.
So the Rebels, not the, oh, I'm sorry. Oh, my Lord, I just made a major faux pas.
Yeah.
As I said, Rebels.
I'm going to let it slide. I wasn't even going to bring it back up. I was going to let it slide.
Coach,
but
I actually have a graphic for this. So we're not sure how Coach West hurt himself. Could be he was trying to hold an 80s boombox trying to get his girlfriend back. Just waiting to use that.
Oh, that is classic. And there's very few people that even know where that's from. I do. And I just put that on a tee, John Kobe. I couldn't have laid that one out there any easier.
You did a good job.
So 14-0, Gabe Steinbach to kick off. And he hits a little pop-up. And that is tough. And the ball is in the air. And that is taken by Alex Walker. And that's a tough play by Cumberland Gap. The kid's trying to make a play. And, man, that could have been worse. I mean, it's bad that the Rebels are taking the ball. But they could have taken that to the house.
Yes, they could. The kid, if he would have caught it clean, he had some momentum.
We got a replay here as you watch him. And it's this man. And then the ball's in the air forever, and then Alex Walker at 6'6" comes down with it. And
he wouldn't have got it like a rebound there, Coach.
I'm hoping he does that.
That's what it looked like to me. He jumped up there and got it.
He's one of mine, so that's what I'm hoping he does in the month of December. But we hope we're playing in the month of December. Football, I may have to have John Kobe out there playing power forward for me. Here comes Nate. Out to Colton, and he's met, and he can't get great play by Colton Relation to take first contact and turn it into 5. That was a 3-yard loss that turned into a 5-yard gain.
Yeah, Colton made an excellent run there and took on the hit. But that's a very difficult throw to make from a quarterback position to get it out in front of him. He had to kind of back up just a little bit.
So that'll be 2nd down and 4. Nate looking to throw, and he has Colton, and he's still on his feet, still running.
Oh, excellent play.
And he gets down for another. Well, we got John Kobe.
More works, first down.
And he's just absolutely, but he's strong, man.
Yes, he is.
And you're not going to tackle him up around his shoulder pads.
And he's got good hands. And that's what impressed me about all these receivers. They need a kid on the field there that can't catch a football.
Yeah, they've got some skill guys out there. Now you got big 6'6" Alex Walker going up against a 5'8" corner over there. That's maybe a try here. But Nate's looking to his right, and he's got it up in the air. And he had it. Colton had him, or actually not Lane had him. He just led him just a little bit. Now, I believe if that's Alex Walker at 6'6", he probably comes down with that. That'll bring up 2nd down and 10. Have no problem with them going for it there.
No, it's a good place to take a shot. And he was open. He just didn't make the connection. Just a little overthrown.
That'll bring up 2nd down and 10. The give is to Colton Relation, and he needs to run right there. Yeah. If he keeps going to the outside, he picks up 6.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think he just that little hesitation.
The hesitation brought the corner back into the play. And if he keeps going, his quickness, he's got one guy to beat. He may have broken the tackle, but he was going to get 5 yards on that at worst. That'll bring up 3rd down and 10. So
he's got him in tight right here.
Again, possibly 2-down territory. Nate's looking, rolling to his right, and he has Alex Walker. Alex.
Oh, what a move. Good
gets
job.
Inside the 10 down to, and they're marking him at the, well, they're marking him at the 9. So that'll be 1st and goal. So that'll be another Mower Works first down. And we are now, have we named the red zone?
We have not yet.
Well, let's name the red zone something here. Let's go the
Red zone?
Nate looking to throw, and he has. That's touchdown. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Lane Cope right there on the goal line for a Broadway Barbershop touchdown inside the Southeast Oil red zone. As that's 3 touchdowns tonight for Nate Clemmer.
Nate Clemmer. That throw right there, he was well covered. He zipped the ball in there, and that kid grabbed a hold of it and fought that guy. Oh, it's excellent throw and excellent catch.
So a good first quarter so far for the Royals as the PAT is up, and the PAT is no good as that goes wide left, and that'll make the score your Royals 20, the Cumberland Gap Panthers 0. Speaking of 0, if you get hit, call my guy, Zach Stennett at Stennett Collision. Zach Stennett looking, John Covey, for December graduates that would like to get into auto body mechanics. So if you're a Royal, or if you're not a Royal and you're looking for a graduate in December, go see my boy Zach Stennett. He will train you, and you will not get booed. You're going to get some money.
See what you did there.
Southeast Oral Surgery, my good friend Randall Napier, Jason Kennedy, we appreciate their support. And what makes them such great people? They are Kentucky Wildcat basketball fans to the core. Go Big Blue. So you shake your head on that one, champ.
I'm just going to let it go, Scott. We're all right.
Speaking of Big Blue, somebody thought you were dressed as a blueberry.
That is correct. They said, what were you dressed as? And some kid said, Coach, you're a big blueberry. And I said, well, that kind of hurt my feelings if I had any. So Steinbach with a little bouncer squibber, and that gets through his legs, and, man, they're having trouble on special teams. And Alex Walker is going to get him, and the ball's on the ground.
Touchdown.
Now they're saying he's down. Yeah, Don Talbot blew the whistle. I thought I heard the whistle when he hit the ground. But, man, the Panthers are struggling on special teams.
You say zero's Alex Walker.
Alex Walker.
I'm trying to remember his name. And you say he's 6'6".
He is.
He's a true 6'6". I mean, he looks
well. Okay,
he's tall.
He's 6'5", but us basketball coaches call him 6'6".
Well, all I was going to tell you, he moves well.
He does.
He's got to be a good basketball
player. If you were on my basketball team, I'd have you listed at 6'1".
Okay. Well, he moves well. I mean, he's got to be a good basketball player. Well, I mean, he went after him. He's got a little speed.
He is above the rim. So I'm looking forward to him. But, again, I'm not your typical basketball coach. I want these guys to keep playing. The Panthers have got to find something. They've had 2 really bad punts, fumble on the kickoff, and then that debacle right there. And not that the Royals are playing great, but, man, they've been gifted a lot tonight.
The ball stayed on this side of the 50 the whole night. Right?
Yeah, this is like watching a bad soccer team.
Yeah, and so they definitely helped us out. But at the same time, our defense is not letting them get going.
No, they're not.
The first down they got is our penalties. And
so that'll bring up 2nd down and 8. And that is a tight formation. And they are going to run it and be dropped. And I believe that is, I'm having a hard time saying, Gio Hapeli-Jean, another basketball player.
He's come a long way, too.
Come a long way.
Come a long way.
Gio has great hands and good feet. As that'll bring up 3rd down and 8.
Oh, I know even in football, it is like an offensive line. When you look at those big boys on weekends, everybody says, the feet's what makes you.
Yeah.
And in basketball, it's huge.
Without question. And Gio moves really, really well.
You go where your big feet go.
So that'll bring up 3rd down and a long 7 for the Panthers from Cumberland Gap. And he's looking to throw. And he had a guy, but a little soft coverage by Alex Walker gave him way much of a cushion. And if that ball's on target, that's a 1st down, but it's not. So now a team that has struggled punting the ball and struggled in special teams will be punting from their own end zone. So this has disaster written all over it.
The first punt that he punted, he nailed it.
Yeah.
And then he struggled ever since. We put a little pressure on him.
So back is McDonald McDonald Reisner and Colton relation. And there's a little confusion on their line right now. Good snap. Kick is away. It's a squibber. And it takes not much of a, well, they get a late Panther bounce, and that'll take them down. But again, the Royals are starting on the 32-yard line.
You can't beat that.
How many years would you coach, Camp, if you start on the 32-yard line?
Yeah, I'd still be at it. I believe I could have won a few games.
You'd win some games if your starting field position is inside the opponent's 40 every time. So 1st and 10 Royals getting gifted some treats here on Halloween night. As we got tricked with that opening PA debacle.
You just need to stop while you're ahead.
Hey, that was bizarre. I mean, I've never seen that before. Give is to relation, and he's going to get to the outside, and that's a great block by Lane Cope, and Colton will scoot in. There are no flags. We will say, give him 6. Touchdown Royals, Broadway Barbershop.
You got a replay on that one. 44 made that key block. When he spun around, he sealed that whole side.
As we get ready for the extra point, we'll key a replay right after. But that's 26 to no. Here it comes. And there was also a good block out there by number 12, Lane Cope.
Yes, on down the field. Receivers, that should be their number one goal. They do a good job. Did a good job on that
Snap
play.
Up, kick is good. And now your Royals lead 27 to nothing over the Cumberland Gap Panthers. So with the win tonight, not only will the Royals go to 6-4, but they will secure a number 3 seed in the playoffs and will likely be traveling to Bledsoe County, as we talked earlier. We always plan to broadcast, but when we get into these counties up there, you just never know what you're getting into. You get to Bledsoe, and we may get up there, and there's just 0 internet connection. So as of now, we always plan, and then we'll research it out a little bit. I'd like to give mad props to Drayson and Miguel down on the field as Halloween night. And when I say, hey, can you come help, and what do they say? Coach will be there.
Be there.
And we like to hear that. Along with John Covey Jr. here, Landon McClurk.
6-4 sounds much better than 5-5.
It does, without question.
And that
a little squibber. And, man, they just are having some issues. Did they touch that? I believe they did. Oh, my goodness. That ball is on the ground, and it is covered by touchdown Royals, I believe. And it is. Oh, man.
What a crazy play.
We'll have a replay. And, John, if you could slow-mo that replay to 50% for us. Do you know how to do that? Will we come over and help you? I can help you, John.
I don't know how to explain that one. That's crazy.
All right, we'll have that replay ready for you right after this.
Yeah, we'll cue the replay up right after this, and if we got any circus music, we'll play it, as that was wild. Gabe Steinbach on to attempt the extra point. Snap is a little tough, but Nate gets it down, and the kick is no good. Nate struggled with the snap. Let's take a look at that replay. As a little squibber action coming in there from Steinbach, and they just had no clue of what to do.
No. It went right between his
legs, a little Bill Buckner action.
Instead of just diving on it right here,
he tries to pick it up.
Then he gets hit, and then he knocks it forward.
And then here comes Connor Cox. He can't control it. It's still on the ground, and senior Alan Faree. And there goes your 3.9 GPA. As Alan Faree recovers the kick in the end zone for a Royal touchdown, and we are in running clock mode if it continues like this in the second half. As that'll make it 33. But second extra point missed by the Royals. Now, Bledsoe County, good football team. Common opponents, Tellico Plains. Now, I'm not sure if Tellico maybe has some injuries, but they beat Tellico Plains 2 weeks ago, 33-0.
They must have. Tellico started out too good to be what their record is now. I got to think that they've had some injuries.
Well, you remember early on when we played them, their running game was really good, and it's a game we could have won.
No question.
And so going into next week, it comes down to how much of our guys grown mentally going into the playoffs. Going into York, I think they went there defeated before they even got off the bus. And I hate to say that, but it was over. It was over quick.
But I just don't think the kids sometimes realize how good they could be.
Yes.
And I don't know how you get to that sometimes with these young men. They're giving effort. I'm never excuse their effort or anything like that, but I just don't know if they realize, hey, we're pretty good. So.
Oh my, not again. Okay. Yeah, just get down, son. That was kind of feeling. I was at a track meet at Heritage about 4 years ago on the hurdles and this kid kept hitting the hurdle and going down. He jumped back up. He kept hitting the hurdle and going down. And I wanted to stand up and say, I wanted to be like Rocky and throw the towel in.
Yeah.
But right there, I'm cheering for Cumberland Gap. Just get on the ball. Just lay down and get your offense out there and see what you can do. Beautiful area, Cumberland Gap. Have you been up there? Coming up to right outside of Bell County, Kentucky, go up by LMU. It's absolutely beautiful.
It's a beautiful place.
Yeah, you called the game with me up there last year.
Yes. I've been up there several times.
But we had mountains on both sides of us.
East Tennessee's got some beautiful one thing about the small schools, people underestimate them, and some people say, they get used. Everybody's got these real nice facilities. But some of them fields been there for 100 years.
Oh yeah,
and they don't have the resources or the money to do the things that other schools do. So most of the time, the coaches, they're doing the weed eating, they're lining the field. They're lining the field. They're mowing the field. They're fertilizing the field. They're resodding the field, and they do a good job. And there's some good areas.
So second down, he's rolling, looking to throw. He's got a guy, and he just misses him. Actually, I think he may have short-armed that one just a little bit. That ball should have been caught.
Yeah. I think we went to sleep over there.
Right there. You got Alex Walker back there at safety, and that's Wyatt over at corner now. Wyatt usually does a pretty good job, but his guy got behind him. And that'll bring up third down and 10 and another, ways to go for the Panthers.
It's hard to consistently stay 3rd and 10 and get a first.
It's tough. So they got two receivers to his left, one to his right. Murphy looking to throw. And there comes, he gave it, and Tyson Click was there and got a little confused, but Gio Hypolite-Jean did not. And him and Gabe Steinbach come up and put them in another punt for the Cumberland Gap Panthers, which special teams has not been good to them tonight.
No, they have not. And they maybe this time they can at least get all the right players out there. They've struggled.
I'll tell you, it's been tough.
Punting 5 times, they still don't know who to get on the field.
So that'll bring up
Peters to kick, Reisner to receive.
Well, that same guy. I think that's the 4th time I've seen him jog in late, so I don't know if somebody's telling him more punting or not.
Lane Cope late getting on the field. Snap, and that's a good punt.
Good punt.
And that's going to take a really nice Cumberland Gap bounce, and that'll be the worst starting field position for the Royals tonight. They start on their own
50 yards.
Yeah, they start on their own 21-yard line. As if you're joining us late, it has been a tough night for the Cumberland Gap Panthers on special teams, as they had about an 8-yard punt early, and then the fumble, the misplay, the touchdown off of it, and Nate Clemmers looked good tonight. So right now he gets a chance to stuff the stat sheet if he can go 79 yards. You've got seniors all over the field. Gio Hypolite-Jean over here at tight end to go with Willard King and Alex Walker. I'd like Alex to get a shot here. Just run a little. And he's locked in on Lane Cope, and Lane Cope is going to get down to the 35-yard line, and that will be another Mower Works first down, and Nate Clemmer is stacking them up.
Yeah, he ain't missed tonight. I don't know if he's had maybe one incomplete.
One incomplete pass.
So he's definitely seen them, and the receivers are definitely catching the football.
So if you're Bledsoe County, you've got to look at our skill guys and think, man, we got to play.
Oh, I think so. I mean, I think they could do damage in the playoffs. There's no doubt in my mind. I think it's up to the kids to decide whether they really want to do that or not, and I think they can.
We haven't seen Colton Relation has a touchdown rushing, but he hasn't ran it many times tonight. It's been all on the arm of Nate Clemmer. And this is going to be another one. He's got Gio Hypolite Jean wide open. Yeah. Oh, man.
He didn't have time to see nobody that time.
No, 63 for Cumberland Gap came through untouched. And if Nate had a half a second, Gio could have ate a sandwich there before he caught that one. But now, again, Nate sometimes locks in, and he was locked in over here to the left.
Well, I think he got spooked right in the beginning. So he caught the ball. He had pressure right in his face, and when you got pressure in your face, it's hard to start scurrying down the field. So he did fortunate just to get that ball out of his hand.
So that'll be second down and 10. Earlier in the year, he might have took a sack there.
I agree with that.
That's growth. So second down and 10. Give is to Relation, and he's got a lot of room.
Yeah, stay outside. Son.
Just get outside and go, and he is going to cruise a little too slowly in for another Broadway Barbershop touchdown, and your Royals are piling it on.
That outside receiver right there made a really good block. That'd be a good replay to show kids what to do and not hold.
We'll take a look.
He just stayed in front.
Right, here we go.
Right here on the bottom. Watch out. He just stayed in. Yeah, where's that right there?
Right there. That's Alex Walker.
Yeah. He didn't grab. He just enough to let him get on.
And Alex has done a really good job all year blocking. And that's a player, I think, as they go into the playoffs. His athleticism and size, he struggles sometimes knowing the routes to run and maybe what to do. But you can't teach him to be 6'5".
No, and I'm telling you, I'm impressed with his athleticism. I mean, that boy's athletic. He really is.
So that will be 40-0, and this is definitely the biggest score of a half for your Royals. Liam Derman on the field, back from Virginia, I believe, where Liam left to go. We miss him. Actually, not. Or did he graduate last year? Good boy, though. Print FX getting ready to come in. Told me that they're going to have in production some of our graphics, so we're hoping that our gym lobby, if you need to come out. One thing I will promise you, champ, if you come to a basketball game, you are going to see a team that gets after it.
All right.
We are big.
I'm going to come in to watch.
We are big, we are athletic, and we are experienced. So really looking forward to this season, and Print FX is going to make it look even better with their graphics and the redesign of our gym lobby and inside our gymnasium. So if you need something, see my guy Kaylor Talent at Print FX. Gabe Steinbach to kick off. And right here, this is like you don't know what's going to happen.
No, it's kind of fun. You want to make sure you watch.
Stay tuned on this one. And there it goes again.
Get in the end zone.
And it does get in the end zone.
That's good.
If Cumberland Gap's luck continued, that ball would have checked right there on the 1 yard line.
Do you all play the district in basketball is a little bit different than the football?
It's tough.
Region.
We have Alcoa, Gatlinburg, Pittman, Austin East.
You get to do that, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, good for you, right? I mean, that does you a lot of favors.
Yeah, it's only the back-to-back defending 2A state champion and 2 state tournament teams. But I like our chances this year to compete. We have returning Nate Clemmer, Alex Walker, Gio Hypolite Jean, and then a young core of and then also Austin Gredig, all-district player last year. Noel Meza Flores, who is an absolute animal, says he's coming out to football next year, 6'2" sophomore, and can fly and jump, and he's built like a man. Wish Noel good tonight. He had a car accident on the way home, so I hope everything's well with him, and he gets healed up this weekend.
They jammed that up again, so defensive line's done a really good job.
Yeah, it's been tough sledding for the Cumberland Gap Panthers all night on the offense. They've had one play of about a 12-yard run, and that's been their only play that's been good. A couple receivers have ran through open, but just having a hard time finding them.
You know, in small schools, and I used to get so frustrated.
Did you hear that score? Maryville 21, Farragut 0, or Farragut 21, Maryville 0? That is incorrect.
That is a beautiful thing, Coach.
That is incorrect.
Give it up, Coach. Give it up.
No, that's not true. That's fake news. Murphy looking to throw.
Break on it.
And that is incomplete as he tried to find number 10.
Coach West currently got on his phone to double-check the score because still feeling that old girlfriend.
Third down.
Why are they letting the clock run already?
I wouldn't
thought
think
it had
so.
to be the second half.
It is second half.
They're letting it run.
Maybe Cumberland Gap said, let's let it run. I don't know.
That'd be fine. I'm not complaining on that. That just confused me there.
They're not even playing John Covey. I don't know where. I think somebody fed him a score of that's an interception?
Yes, it is, and that's another. It's got to be Halloween there. I don't know if I've seen something
That's
like that.
Rylan Lowe.
I think he just handed it to him almost.
Rylan Lowe, sophomore. So the Royals will take over. First down and 10 at the Cumberland Gap 26. And you're right, the clock is running. I'm not sure if maybe they just agreed, let's go home.
That very well could be. And I have no issues with that. I just.
Neither do I. Even though I want this to last a little longer. I've got a tough day ahead of me tomorrow.
Yeah.
So in comes Mason Mitchell at quarterback. So you got Connor Cox in there at running back. So Nate Clemmer's night may be done. Mitchell's going to give it to Connor, and Connor is going to ramble up for a good gain on first down.
I knew that kid was here, and I was seeing him warming up the other day. And I'm impressed with him.
Quarterback.
He's got a strong arm.
Sophomore. He's a legit 6'4".
You got him playing basketball yet?
I'm trying.
These kids got to understand in these 2A schools, you got to share athletes. You got to get the athletes on the courts and the fields. And
I firmly believe this.
Be happy with
if Noel is here, he's the best athlete on the field. As you take a look at these guys, as he brings up, that's the first ever Eagleton Royals basketball team here. As, man, look at some of those faces. So Mitchell looking to throw, and he is going to lob it up, and he throws a little short of Willard King. Yeah. Good coverage by Cumberland Gap. And we're back to this picture. Now, there you go. Here's a sophomore Nate Clemmer along with Gio Hypolite John and Willard King in there. So,
oh, man. That's a rough-looking bunch there.
I may go back to the shaved head. What do you think? No?
No.
Kind of look like Mr. Clean.
That'll bring up third down and 4. Connor had 6 on his first down carry. I think they might go back to him. And the give is to Connor, and this time he is stopped. Good penetration by number 2 for the Panthers. So that'll move the chain back, and that'll bring up 4th down and 8. And the Royals will keep the offense on the field. This would be, and I guess if you're talking about playoff time, maybe you try Gabe Steinbach here.
It'd still be, 42 yarder?
It'd be a pretty good one now. That's probably about 8 to 10 yards out of his range, but what would it hurt right now to go ahead and give it a shot? But Coach Childs and Coach Branton going to leave the offense out there as Mitchell with Connor Cox. Got a lot of young cats out there. Alex Walker over here. I'd try Alex Walker down here if I was Mason Mitchell. And there's a timeout by the Royals. First night, John Covey, that in 20 plus, actually forever, that I have not been home with my family on Halloween.
Well, Coach, we're glad to have you.
Well, my family was not happy. Even though my kids are 25, 22, and 20.
Well, they should have brought them to the game with you. What's wrong with them?
Yeah, they're used to going out and even at their age, hanging out, handing out candy, cooking chili, and doing.
We could have set them up a booth out there and let them hand out the candy they want.
I see people trick-or-treating right across the street here.
We did. We saw some trick-or-treaters earlier this afternoon. Matter of fact, I think the first trick-or-treater I saw tonight was about 5 o'clock p.m. That's a little early to be going out trick-or-treating. Now, I will say in my neighborhood, I've had kids as late as...
He's going to come back and try this field goal.
I like it. I really do.
And it might build him some confidence here.
Key right here and everything is the snap and the hold. If he can get that down and he can nail a 41-yarder, this could be big for playoff implications if we can do this. Snaps a little low. He's got it up.
Short.
And it's going to be short, and it was wide right. But I have no problem with that. If you get in a game at Bledsoe County and it's late in the half and you need 3 against a really good football team and 4th and 9 doesn't look really good, give it a shot. Now, and lean on your defense right here. So, yes, John Covey, that was fake news because they're not even playing tonight. Not that I keep up with them or anything.
No.
GT Shelley Enterprises, speaking of Maryville, have been with me forever, a student, and now a lot of contracts in Blount County. My boy GT Shelley, other than mowing when we're doing the ACT and weed eating by the doors, got to work on that. But other than that, GT Shelley does a great job. 865-441-6999.
He's trying to get a bunch of young kids in. I think it's really, really good. And he got kind of somebody forgot to tell somebody, and somebody else tells somebody.
Exactly. Well, a lot of these guys.
I thought you told them.
A lot of these guys are standing over here, and they're not. As I got Mark Eldridge calling me, does he not realize I'm working?
Yeah, tell him we ain't got time. We ain't got time.
Yes.
Well, while we got a minute here, we'll go ahead and a couple more of our sponsors. First off, Mowerworks. Mowerworks, the only Exmark dealer here in Maryville. Also now renting aerators. It is that time of year. If you need your lawn aerated, go see them. Get your lawn aerated, seed it. I just did mine last week. It is that time of year to get to it. And, Coach, we're going to go ahead and right back into the action here.
Okay, now we're up.
Good job. Running right up the middle right there, obviously, and we got a bunch of young kids in there and made a good play. Bring up 2nd and 5 at the 24-yard line.
And, Coach, I'm seeing a lot of numbers I usually don't see on the field very often, so you're going to have to learn some new names here.
Yes. I love to see young kids get a chance to play. I'm glad he did it. Where it's meaningful, they can go in and play full speed and not worry about, and
that's never happened before.
Did that slip out of his hand right there? So it's going to bring up 3rd and 6.
Connor Cox with a pass break up on the defensive line there.
I'm going to get back to work. That was not fake news, John Covey. Because I just got the update. The Farragut Admirals are absolutely whipping the Rebels up and down the field.
So you're telling me it's true?
It is true. So that'll bring up 3rd down and what, about 6? And we jump. Or did they move?
Oh, they got us.
I'm not for sure. I didn't see it.
Well, I saw their left tackle move, but now they're marking us off. Maybe we made him move.
Yeah, we must have been in neutral zone or something. So it's going to bring up.
That'll make an easier 3rd down for the Panthers. Stay with us at half if you'd like, and we'll have the camera on the absolutely magnificent Marching Royals. I think they're performing tonight.
Surely they are.
They are. We also have a special segment that'll be going on during a halftime.
Oh, my, I can't wait. 3rd down and 1. And another flag, and that's offsides on Eagleton again. So, again, champs, you talk about putting some young guys out there, guys that hadn't been in this situation before, and now they get an opportunity, and they got to take advantage of it.
No question. And, hey,
it's easy to line up in practice. Nobody tells you you're offsides. Maybe every now and then the coach might tell you. But you go out in a game when there's officials out there, it's a whole different ball game to know you got to look at the ball and not have your head over the neutral zone.
Yeah, right now there's not a single starter out there on the defensive units. So you have.
I mean, you got what's 10 right here? He's
freshman.
Freshman.
And you have a lot of sophomores out there. And Murphy's rolling to his left.
And he's old. Well,
and he's going to throw back. And he just missed, I don't know if he's got the arm to get there, as that'll bring up. And they call timeout, but our clock is still rolling. Now we stop it. So Cumberland Gap gets timeout, and they'll be second down and 10.
And I think like with Cumberland Gap, he sees that we have got the younger kids in there, and it'd be good for his team to try to
get a score.
So good for him. I'm glad he's not quitting on the kids, and kids know when you done quitting.
Well, I met him this summer at a conference that I was actually speaking at, and good guy. And there's a lot of good guys in high school athletics, and you know this, you've done it, and I've done it for a long time. It's a lot of hours, a lot of work, but man, the good stuff that comes out of it, in my opinion, far as outweighs the negative. And,
I don't think there's no question. That's why I hate to see them in high school football. I hope they leave it alone. We don't need to be college football. We need to keep it like it is. We don't need a bunch more changes. And I hope there's people that's running this thing that sees it the same way I do.
So bring up second down and 10, and here comes somebody untouched, and that was number 15, Nathan Tippett. Now, he is a senior, but Nathan's a really good athlete. A very intelligent young man. As you remember, he said he was trying to do, computer engineering is what he would like to do.
That'd be awesome.
Tanner Ricker coming up here with extra small T-shirts. And we're at half, and we'll put the camera on the band. We'll take a little break, champ, and we'll be right back as your halftime score is your Eagleton Royals lead 40-0.
All right, and we've got our Eagleton marching band all out in their Halloween costumes. I've got my very own Landon McClurg. usually behind the camera, not on the mic. Landon, what all costumes we seen out here from some of our band members?
I see some corn. I think I see 2 corns actually.
I believe that is a banana.
Oh, is it a banana?
There's a corn. Okay.
Okay, so there's a corn, a banana, and a Teletubby.
Oh boy. All right. Well, we got to have our Eagleton Halloween competition just on this field about 10 o'clock today. Got to see some of these kids out here. It was a lot of fun. We're one of the only schools around that still gets to do the Halloween costume contest. All right, and it looks like our marching band is ready. We're going to go ahead and stick our mics out so you all can hear them. And there you have it, another performance of Not Another Latin Show by our very own Eagleton Marching Band, led by Lily Benson and the John Gallagher. John Gallagher, the Eagleton High School Teacher of the Year. Outstanding co-worker. I could not ask for a better man. Just good person. And he has built this marching band from scratch. So we're going to take just a short break, and here in just a few minutes, we will have a special segment devoted to what has happened to Scott West.
Okay, we're back as we forgot to start the clock, champ, but now we got it back on, and as our Royals are 40-0, and I think we expected an easy win tonight for our guys, but I don't know if we expected it to be like this.
No, I did expect it to be easier for them tonight, but even though you expect it, when you see them go out and do it, it's a good feeling. Okay.
Well, even though
I think that's what you have to do.
Cumberland Gap gave us a lot of gifts, but we had to capitalize on those. And Nate made some good plays, Colton some good runs, and our defense some good 3-and-outs. So a good night to be a Royal, as they will take the second half kickoff, leading 40-0. And
it'll be a fast half.
Yeah, it will be.
But if they score, then they're going to stop the clock. So
a lot of guys got in the first half, and a lot of guys are learning. And to have the opportunity to and Coach Childs and his staff needs a game like this, because these minutes are huge for these guys that have to step up and take some roles next year.
You can practice all you want to. You got to have game time.
Yes.
And what's good about this is they get a whole quarter. It ain't no go in mop up row. They get a whole quarter to go out and really try to play.
I think we've only had maybe 3 JV games all year. Maybe not even that.
At this level, it's hard to find.
It is. It's tough.
And
so as the Royals will receive the kick, it'll be Wyatt Matosian and Jeremiah Fitzgerald back there to get it. I tried to go down and make amends with the concession stand, but I don't think I'll be getting any hamburgers anytime soon, John Covey.
Probably don't want them. They keep setting them on fire.
Yeah. And with Travis Hart, that story is going to get legs and grow. It's going to be something totally different by tomorrow morning.
Well, Coach, I have another story. I don't think I'm allowed to tell it on air, but it involves you losing a bet about whether or not I could pick a lock. And,
that is
still
correct.
Has not paid up.
Yes, and at my age, why not just pay up? You know, it comes down to it. So Cumberland Gap ready to kick off, as this half will be quick, as both coaches agreed halfway through that second quarter to let the clock run. And that will be fielded by Wyatt Matosian. And Wyatt, I like his feet, man. He's
got good feet.
Looks like a football player.
Yeah.
Cumberland Gap player down, as we will get to our sideline and take a look. First time all year that some of these starters have only played a quarter and a half. And it's nice to get Mason Mitchell into the game, as we have to develop a quarterback.
Well, I think it's huge to get him some playing time. There is no question. I'm glad to see him get out there on the field. And there is some young receivers. And some of the things you're going to see, some miscommunication, because these kids probably hadn't worked together as much as the other ones.
Well, and I know when you're up 40-0, maybe you're resistant to throw the football. But with a lot of young guys out there, a lot of new linemen out there, Mason getting some of his first snaps in live action all year. He's played one JV game. You're going to have to let him throw a few balls.
I totally agree. And I think it all goes back. Everybody can look at it however they want to look at it. If you're playing somebody that that's not in your division, and you're playing a 1A school and you're a 6A school, I think it's a different story. He's got every one of his subs in there, and them kids, they've been practicing all year, and they deserve to go out and run your offense.
Correct.
I'm not saying throw the ball 50 yards down the field or try to, but let him run his offense, because it does no quarterback any good to go out there and hand it off. He's got to run the offense like the score is 0-0.
Well, August next year, Mason Mitchell's your quarterback.
Yes.
And you've got, and he's out here now. He's not out there with Colton Relation. He's not out there with Wyatt Matosian.
Correct.
And Lane Cope.
Correct.
Which would make him a lot better quarterback.
But that ain't what you're looking at.
No, you're looking at what can he do.
Right.
What decisions can he make. He's going to have some capable guys out there. You're going to have Jeremiah Fitzgerald, Connor Cox back there in the backfield. You're going to have a couple young receivers that are super athletic. They're freshmen and sophomore, but Rylan Lowe is a good-looking kid. Brian McGaha is a good-looking kid. So it's good to get those guys snaps and get them some experience. Now, in these situations where it kind of gets a little sketchy is that offensive line. These guys haven't been out there. Can they hold their blocks?
Yeah.
And are they going against ones? If they're going against ones, it might be a tough road for Mason Mitchell.
I'd say they are, for the most case, they're going against ones. I haven't looked at the starting lineup or anything like that.
Well, there's only 26 kids dressed for Cumberland
right, so
Gap.
He ain't got a lot of.
But it will be Mason Mitchell with Jeremiah Fitzgerald. He's got trips to his right. Alex Walker's got a slot. He just run up the field and throw it to him. And he's going to give it to Mason's going to keep it. And he's going to turn it up, and
good job.
And he picks up about 6 yards.
Yeah, he did a good job. I don't know if that was a direct call or a read. I couldn't really tell if he was reading that or it was just a direct quarterback keeper. I'm not for sure.
So that'll bring up 2nd down and 3 for your Royals. Winners last week, 36-20 over Hampton. That secured the playoff spot. This win will get them the number 3 seed. Mitchell. And he is going to give to Jeremiah Fitzgerald, and he is met and dropped immediately.
He didn't go nowhere on that.
No, he got a about 4-yard loss on 2nd down. That'll bring up 3rd down and 7.
I think if he had a play in here, I think right here you got to get outside and beat them blocks on the inside. Let them come. Try to get it. If he had a little pitch, a little swing or something, get it outside.
I'd like to see just a little go route right here with Alex Walker.
Yeah, I say that Alex go get it right here. But he's going to have to throw it quick.
Yeah, they're coming. And here comes the Panthers, and he's wide open. He's looking, and he had his guy, and that is, I'm trying to remember who that is. That is a freshman. But number 16 for the Royals, Daniel Nelson. And Mason underthrew that, but he had him.
Well, I think what he didn't do, he didn't get his shoulders square and get his feet and throw the football. He threw it kind of off his back.
Well, that's tough. You running to your left and trying to get your body around. That's not easy.
Not an easy job, but that's what made it be short.
That'll bring up 4th down, and Gabe Steinbach is back to kick. First punt of the night for the Royals.
Yeah, ain't that good?
Don't believe they punted last week.
No, I think that, because he normally went for it because it was so short.
Yeah, don't believe they punted last week. So Gabe is blocked, and that's going to be the best field position of the night for the Cumberland Gap Panthers, and they got something to celebrate.
Yes, they do.
As that gives them an opportunity, ball inside the 25. That's 1st and 10 for your Cumberland Gap Panthers if you're out there watching. I'd like to say hello to all of our viewers out there, the Clemmer family out all over the state of Tennessee. Apologize for last week. A little down in the weather, but back on tonight. And as we said, good Lord willing, the creek don't rise. We'll be on next week, Friday night.
This new punting thing that everybody wants to do and run and whatever they want to call it, rugby kicking or whatever, I don't care for it. I think
14, and he's going to try to get it, and he's got his guy, and oh man, he was covered, made a tipped it to himself, and just couldn't come down with it. As that'll bring up 2nd down and 10 for the Cumberland Gap Panthers.
I thought the defensive player made a pretty good play right there. That guy's quite a bit taller than him, and
he is,
and he did all he could do.
So Cumberland Gap, 2nd down and 10. Ball still at the 24-yard line of the Royals. Their best field position of the night. And that is a false start by the Panthers. And that'll bring them back 5.
Oh, they called that on the defense.
Really?
They sure did. They must have lined up offsides again.
Well, to me,
at least that's he did it twice. I don't know.
I thought I saw the running back was gone early on that one. So a lot of teams playing tonight as a new mandate by the 2SAA to play these games. The odd number regions play on Thursday this week. Even number plays on Friday.
Really?
Bad news for the Eagleton Royals is that flip-flops next year. The odd number plays on Friday. Guess when Halloween will probably be next year? On a Friday night.
Friday night.
So
why did they make them do that? I didn't hear that.
A lot of it came down to trying to get the playoff brackets done quicker. so that they'll know who is going to be where. So half the games are played on Thursday night, half of them played on Friday night.
Well, I'm going to tell you what, that ain't that hard to figure out.
It is not.
I don't know why they need 3 days to do that.
Yeah,
I believe I could go help them out with that. That's pretty simple.
It is. And it ruined my Halloween, by the way.
I mean, it's already bracketed out.
It is. And on top of that, it hurts the crowd playing on a night like tonight.
Yes, it does.
So 3rd down and 2. And Cumberland Gap will fall forward for a first down, about their 3rd first down of the evening. But Cumberland Gap is...
They're on the move right here. We give
in the red zone as it is 1st and 10. Panthers at the 13-yard line.
He's still got his young defense in there, so
you got to ride.
Good for them, man.
Got to ride with them.
You got to make them bow up there. It's good for them.
Rolling to his right, got a guy, and that will be a touchdown. So touchdown Cumberland Gap as Murphy completes to Peters. That makes your score 40-6. PAT pending for the Cumberland Gap Panthers. As
that young freshman right there, I'm telling you, he's in position and he decided to undercut it and he just didn't get there. If he undercuts it, he goes for 6.
Yeah.
If he'd have come on flat, he could have broke it up. So I wouldn't be too upset with it. If I was a coach, I wouldn't be too upset with that play.
Cumberland Gap going for 2. He's looking to throw on a little slant and had him.
Yeah, good job.
Covered by Nathan Tippett, and that'll fall to the ground, incomplete. And your score currently, Eagleton Royals 40, Cumberland Gap 6. John, let's take a look at the sponsor. T. Hatcher Excavating and Concrete did a great job on our sidewalk around here. If you need some excavation done, you need some concrete work, give him a call, 865-233.
Call old Timmy.
7655. Denso Manufacturing got the little scary tree going on, but what's not scary is their support of high school athletics across Blount County, not only Eagleton College and Career Academy, but every school. I'd like to thank our guy Wayne Kaiser, the voice of the Maryville Rebels, and also the representative for Denso Manufacturing. Schultz Pediatrics right up the street here. You can't get any more in Eagleton Village than Schultz Pediatrics. If you are in this area looking for a place to call home, to take your children, give our guys and ladies a call up at Schultz Pediatric. Come on down to the village. We'll treat you right. So, 5:29 and Cumberland Gap feeling better. That makes the road back up a little easier, getting in the end zone.
Yes, it does. And it gives, scoring is big.
Little line drive kick, and that gets by Wyatt. But he's going to pick it up.
Stay out
and
here.
If he can get outside,
stay out here.
And he will rally up to about the 38-yard line, and the Royals will take over 1st and 10. And there's a flag. And that's going to be – that's typically unsportsmanlike in that area.
Yeah, I took my eyes off of it. I was been watching it. But what impressed me about that run right there, I thought he was just going to run.
That is on Wyatt Matosian. So Wyatt Matosian with an unsportsmanlike penalty. White hat switched out as Don Talbot gave the white hat to a younger official to come out and take over.
Well, that's nice of him. That's what they should be doing a lot more.
So I think Wyatt got tangled up over there and maybe had a little extracurricular with a kid from Cumberland Gap. That'll cost the Royals 14 yards and drive Mason Mitchell and the offense back to the 22-yard line. Well, they'll start over 1st and 10. The Rebels get on the board, 21-7. Randall Davis loving every minute of that, knowing that it's going to be 28-27, 28-21 Rebels by the end of the day.
Why do you still root for them?
1st and 10, Eagleton. And I think there is a whistle. And trying to see what dead ball, false start, Royals. So this young crew is doing exactly what young kids do, and that's make mistakes. We've had some missed assignments on the offensive line, false start, offsides, and now we're starting behind the sticks with a very inexperienced crew, and Connor Cox is your running back. Mitchell looking to throw, hits Alex Walker. Alec had one guy to beat, and now can he get going? 18 has the angle, but Alex has the run, and he will go, I'm thinking 80-plus yards for an Eagleton Royal touchdown, and Mason Mitchell's first high school touchdown as an Eagleton Royal goes for 80-plus. Am I correct on that, John Kobe?
78, wasn't it?
78 yards.
78.
So 78 yards, Mason Mitchell to Alex Walker, give him 6 and a Broadway barbershop touchdown. And he looked good running that, didn't he, Champ?
Yeah, he looked really good. And I'll tell you what, he picked it right off the turf.
He did.
He's got good hands, and then he made one play, and then he just kicked it. He just ran hard as he could. He didn't.
I thought 18 had the angle on him. I really thought.
Get him. Them big long legs just got it, didn't it? He's stretching them right there.
So that's 46-6. And that kick is up and good by Braylon Stevens. Sophomore kicker.
Stevens' kick is good.
And that makes your score 47-6 for a Broadway barbershop touchdown. If you need your hair cut, go and see my guy Johnny Morgan over on Broadway. He'll take care of you and trim you up just right. Broadway barbershop since 1958. So the Royals, quick strike, excuse me.
Yes, it was. Good-looking play.
That's good for Mason Mitchell. That's good for Alex Walker on senior night to score a touchdown. And a lot of positives come out of this. What you have to have, and I noticed same thing with basketball. As we get into that last week of the season going into the district tournament, you want to have momentum. You want your kids playing aggressive. You want your kids playing like they believe in what can happen.
100%.
And I tell my guys every year, especially this year, our goal is the state tournament. And if we set our vision on anything other than we're going to win 8 games, our goal is to get to the state tournament. And I'm not saying anything less than that's a failure, but if you set your goals on that, work toward that. I've always preached that, and I think that's a big deal.
Well, I think I'm 100% of the opinion that you got to believe. If you don't believe you can do something, you're going to have a hard time doing it.
Quickly, yes.
You got to believe you can do it. And this team needs to believe they can go and they can win next week, and then take it 1 week at a time. And then, but you need to believe.
Yeah. A playoff win in this program would be huge.
Yes, it would.
Braylon Stevens to kick off. And he hits a line drive, which has been tough and still continues to be tough. And he's still struggling with it. And he will be dropped at the 5-yard line. And it's a tough night to be a Panther on special teams. Liam Durman going out and getting the kicking tee. And that'll bring us to the end of the quarter. And that was a quick quarter. Started at 8:18 and over at 8:32. And when it did, your Royals lead 47-6. As we'll take a look at an advertisement.
That's your quarter with the score.
Fortunately, we have a segment. Some of my students have been trying to figure out what exactly you did to hurt yourself. And I just want you to know there's some fantastic photoshopping. Theory number 1 was the previously seen boombox. If you're trying to hold an 80s boombox over your head, busting a gut. Somebody else thought you might have been saving kittens from burning fire. But you probably leave the kittens to burn.
That could be correct, yes.
Possibly trying to escape your house to get some McDonald's was another answer. I will tell you, this one is mine. This was, the kids don't know who this is, but potentially throwing a chair from my alma mater.
You wouldn't even have to Photoshop that. You could Google that and find it.
We have you carrying your favorite team, potentially trying to get them to the playoffs. And last but not least, I just want you to know, I had nothing to do with this one. Eating some leftover Taco Bell and potentially just having some gastrointestinal distress here.
Oh, man, the love champ is deep.
Yeah, they love you. I can tell.
Oh, that hurt me.
Who needs enemy when you got these kind of friends?
Exactly. 1st and 10, the Panthers. And he's got a little hole, and that is dropped quickly.
Yeah, young man fielded quick, didn't he? I thought he was going a little farther.
And how I hurt myself was being old. And when you can attest and know what I'm talking about, once you hit a certain age, your body doesn't love you anymore.
It's just like I woke up one day and I ain't got no agility. It's gone.
Yeah.
And it didn't happen overnight. I mean, it's happened overnight. It didn't gradual nothing. I got up one day and I said, man, I can't walk across the floor.
So that'll bring up 2nd down and 9. You might have pulled that out in the first half when we had an audience, John Covey.
Our audience is currently at its highest, I'll have you know. I'm watching the spike here.
All right, so that'll bring up 3rd down and about 2 for the Panthers. Again, I'd like to thank our broadcast crew for yet another season of Eagleton football. Landon McClurg, the rock-solid backbone of this organization, along with, and I don't know where our guys went. I think they've disappeared. Miguel and Drayson, I no longer see them anywhere, and hopefully my camera's still here. But I believe they are what we call G-O-N-E gone.
That's a good stop right there. That was a really good play right there.
Yes.
I like that. He shot in there, and he didn't let him even think about it.
Oh, here comes Drayson. You got the camera up here? You to me. Yeah. I found him, so we're good. Appreciate it. I appreciate our crew.
Well, until you do one of these broadcasts or be a part of this, and I'm just an invited guest, you don't realize what all goes on.
It's a lot, isn't it?
It's a lot. I see all the equipment you guys have, and I hope the school and the fans that's listening appreciate. There's a lot of hard work, and you do it because you want to. It's not because nobody's.
No.
And
he's gonna fair catch that. You know, we put a lot into it, and it's good for these kids. It's good for Landon and Drayson. It's good for Miguel and all of our guys. 1, investing in our school. It's awesome. And 2, we've got a great place here, and I wouldn't want, even though I do have some affection for my old place, I wouldn't want to be anywhere else.
We love you too, Coach. And 5 months from now, we're going to be on this field getting to see these seniors are currently playing graduate, and I cannot wait for our first graduating class.
That's going to be something else, as we will be doing a live broadcast of graduation right here on Robert M. Maxey Field for the first senior class walking across here at Eagleton College and Career Academy. That's going to be a special night, and one that there's a lot of planning and a lot of staging that's going to happen over the next 3 to 4 months to get that done right. Also, like to thank all the teams that came out for our middle school tournament. We were able to collect and raise over $1,000 for a Morgan Quinn athletic scholarship for a deserving Eagleton senior. It'll be the first scholarship offered at Eagleton College Career Academy that is an Eagleton scholarship. Is that correct, John Covey? And we like to, in the memory of Morgan Quinn. Morgan did a lot for Eagleton and our community and youth basketball, so we thank him. We also thank all the teams that came out this week. And it was tiring, but it was fun. That looks like Randall Davis walking out right there.
What? A Randall sighting.
Oh, no, that's just a big Barney. So it'll be 2nd down and a long 12 for the Royals. Mason's going to keep it, and he had his guy, and that is that Britton? Number 32. I want to talk about a guy who is going to be a good football player, freshman. Played a ton at linebacker earlier in the year, played some running back in the first 2 or 3 games until we figured out, and I know the coaching staff settled on Colton Relation to be the running back, and I think that was a great choice.
Yeah, I agree.
But Britton is going to be and is a really good high school football player. He'll hit you.
Well, the quarterback right there, he did everything right except get square around, make the throw. He read it right, and I like what I see out of him. I think he's going to have potential to be really good for this team next year.
Yeah, and that's his reps, and he's only a sophomore.
Good shot. That's a good shot.
Got
right
one
there.
to miss and can't do it. Good tackle by number 10 for Cumberland Gap.
Yes, he did.
Let's go ahead and give that guy some name recognition. Aiden Peters with the tackle for Cumberland Gap. As that'll bring up 4th down and 14 for Cumberland Gap. So 4th down and 14, and I believe that is Steinbach, starting punter, into punt. The last punt was blocked.
Oh, yeah, we don't want that to happen again.
So
he needs to get this one off.
Hopefully that doesn't happen.
He needs to just get the ball and punt it. Quit waiting. Quit standing around. Just punt it.
As the clock continues to tick here, under 7. Good snap. Kick is away, and he almost got that. And Cumberland Gap's going to pick it up and run it. Why would they not?
Come on, guys.
I don't know what we thought right there.
I have no idea what just happened, other than Cumberland Gap scored a touchdown.
They scored a touchdown.
And that kid will never forget that.
They didn't call a penalty. No, what's he?
And that'll make your score 47-12, and that was bizarre.
Yeah. I don't know what. I guess they didn't know, man. Ain't no big deal. I mean,
well, it's like the Eagleton kid was like, I'm just going to not touch it. I'm just going to look at it. Cumberland Gap said, there's nobody in front of me. I think I'll just go.
I'll just take it and go.
Yeah,
nobody else wants it.
There's nobody there. I'm gone. Randall Davis with a score update that is a shocker. Polk County currently beating York. If that happens, York drops to 2, and the Royals will be traveling to York Friday night. So still a lot left to happen. I think there's maybe a lot of foregone conclusions. Polk County's a good football team. And playing at home, they are taking it at the Dragons. So Cumberland Gap going for 2. And the give is up the middle, and he is going to drive, and he doesn't get it.
Good job. I like to see that. I like to see them young guys putting effort.
Yes, sir.
Not letting them just walk in there. Good job. I like that. Very good play.
So 47-12 is your score, and I'm a little took back by that Polk County score. I just didn't think York would lose that game. And
they've lost a couple though, haven't they?
They have, but they lost a lot of kids.
Yeah, they lost a bunch of kids from last year's team.
So it's not the same group, and we are a better group, honestly, that's going in there.
I think they can beat any team in that region. So it doesn't. To me, it just. The only thing I think you maybe think is they remember last year, but they got to get that off their head. It's a different thing. So going somewhere different would be better maybe for them mentally, but.
So 47-12, and I'll see if I can pull that score up. And Randall Davis asked, what was that on the punt? And I'm like, Randall, I don't know.
Yeah, we're trying to figure that out. Somebody just didn't realize.
No, it was
a live ball, but those things happen.
The clock's still going.
Yeah, the clock's still running. It usually stops after a score. I'm not going to argue that, though. I'm good with that.
I just put my starters in there and tell them fair catch it and be done with it.
So right now across the area, Happy Valley winning 32-0. Jefferson County playing West Green. Jefferson County was beating William Blunt. Score now late in the third. Farragut 21, Maryville 14.
It's a line drive.
Made a good play right there. Just get the ball. Good job.
Now here's a score, champ, that makes you feel pretty good about us. Bledsoe County 10, Oneida 0 right now. And I thought we were a better team than Oneida.
There's no question we were.
7-6 is your score, Polk County and York, and that is in the first half.
Oh, okay.
So 7-6.
I don't care who we play. If we play capable, like we're capable of playing, I think we beat any team in that region. I think we beat any team in our region. It's just a matter, can they get it? If they could go and win that first one, I don't know that we don't win 3 or 4 more.
I agree with you. I think tonight's a good thing. I really do. Now, the whole thing is having a focused week of practice and getting your guys ready for whoever it might be. Mitchell, that could have been picked, and a little high going across the middle to low.
I'm not sure which one he was throwing it to there. I
think it was low, and it was a little bit over Lowe's head. Don Talbot just missed a ball and got his glasses knocked off, so incomplete pass to Don Talbot. He'll bring up 2nd down and 10 as I think Mason had a lot more time than he thought he had. I still like to see him complete a couple of short passes, see what he can do. Jeremiah Fitzgerald is your back. Magaha and Nelson over here are your receivers. Low to the left. And a slow snap, screen pass to Fitzgerald, and he's got room. And Jeremiah is going to turn it up and pick up about 17 yards for a Mowerworks first down.
That was a good little design play. I think here you ought to just call it a night. Don't try to put this thing in there.
No, but it was good for Jeremiah to get that. I really cheer.
No question. I think it's good for all those kids. And that was a good play. It was called well. They executed well. Quarterback, he got hit pretty good. And so I think it's a good play to end on, Coach, is what I'm saying.
And I think I agree 100%. As play clock is, we're going to have to run one more play. That'll take a penalty.
Maybe he's just going to down it right here.
I would take a knee. And he's going to give it to Jeremiah.
And he gets stopped.
That's kind of a knee.
Yeah. You could call it that, I guess, yeah.
And that'll be your last play of the game. So your Royals on senior night, 47-12. Great night from Nate Clemmer, Colton Relation, Lane Cope, and a pretty good night for the rest of the seniors. Alex Walker, Connor Cox, and Jeremiah Fitzgerald. So thank you, seniors, for everything you've done. But let me tell you this, you're not finished.
No, you're not.
You got a lot to play for and a lot to work at. This week is big. Let's go prepare whoever it might be. And I agree with you. It doesn't matter. The good thing is you're playing football. A lot of teams in the state packing their equipment up tonight.
This is it. Cumberland Gap, that's it for them.
And putting it in the trailer and going on. But our Royals are going to play some more football, and that's a good 6-4, third place in the region, and not a single game this year that we were not one possession away from winning.
That's amazing, man. I'm telling you, we could just as easily be 8-2 or 9-1 as we are 6-4.
Correct. I agree. So I enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it too.
A little nicer up here than it was at South Green, wasn't it?
Yeah, man. I'm telling you, I apologize for everybody last week. 2 weeks ago, you watched that was awful. I felt miserable, and but it was, it is what it is.
So congratulations to the Royals on winning. We'll see you next week. Unless the internet is bad, we will be somewhere. I don't know if it'll be York. If it's at York, the internet is very sketchy. But, we'll figure it out and find a way. So, Clemmer family, hang with us.